don't have to be leaders, but it's a good idea to be prepared to lead if nobody else is. It will make the jam much more fun. Today we're going to talk about what type of stuff works well for casual, instrumental jams and how to present it in such a way that everybody can participate. Hey, I'm Eric Haugen. Check the description box below for tabs and backing tracks on my website, information about exactly what sound tools I'm using today, live streams and more on Patreon, and my deep dive courses. It's all on my website. If no one in the room is comfortable singing, you're going to be doing a lot of grooving. Blueses work best for that because they have a nice, long structure that doesn't feel super repetitive. And there's a couple of different kinds I like to play around with. So the first one that we just heard was Just Like Tom Thumb's Blues, which is what I call a country blues or a folk blues. This is a great one to play around with. The cool thing about this is it has a repeat of the first 4 bars that kind of make it not the most obvious 12-bar structure. I love stuff like that. It's just a little bit different while being mostly familiar. As a leader, you have to have a lot of patience to just keep playing that form over and over until everybody hops on. So you don't have to have supreme confidence in all aspects of playing guitar. You just got to be really confident about the material you're bringing. My favorite kind of blues is minor blues, and what we got here is the chord changes from Neil Young's Revolution Blues, but I kind of grooved it like On the Beach. That's one of my favorite Neil Young records. Folks seem lost and can't follow your hands or the form, this is where making simple charts comes into play. I really think of stuff this way. Even if this isn't in front of me, I forever think of music like this. Little bricks with chords going on, and that helps a lot, honestly, when making up guitar parts, when playing the changes or things like that. Having a little mental, visual reference of what the movement looks like. And then, of course, we have 12-bar blues. Here's a very spacious rendition of that. Alright, so there's a couple of fun blueses for you. Anybody can hop on in and play along with those. Now let's talk about etiquette. The first thing is you want to be very patient with everybody and give everybody all the time they need to figure out what's going on and to find their way through the thing that's happening. 2, like I said previously, you do want to be able to chart it out in case someone's really lost. 3, it's okay to double up with what other people are doing. That's actually really cool to get like a stereo effect going on. 4, once the soup is simmering, then you could think about what other things you might do, which leads me to point number 5, and maybe the most important point. Never be the first person to solo unless someone specifically looks at you and goes, no, you take it. It's just a very polite thing to do to kind of hold the door for somebody else and go, no, you go ahead. You have fun. You earn a lot of friends that way. Once everything's cooking and I can feel that everybody's comfortable with the changes and their part, then I start to think about layering, which is, let me bring up the guitar parts matrix. Basically, you're either going to be doing something that's supportive or something distracting, something that is busy or something that is sparse, and then you're just thinking about what range you're going to do that in. So we're going to play around with the changes from Revolution Blues because that's just fun. Let's hear what happens if I do something that just tucks right in, that is a low and supportive part. So you can see there, I'm lining up with the bass guitar and just kind of making that bass tone fatter by playing some pieces of the chords. That right there is my bread and butter. I think I've spent most of my life in bands doing stuff like that. Parts that you don't necessarily notice that they are there, but you notice if they're not there. And I think that's my favorite kind of guitar playing. That's what I get the most excited about when it comes to playing guitar, is these sneaky little parts. Now though, let's see what happens if I go the other way. If I play something high and disruptive, kind of call and response, fill type playing. Say the jam's going really well, but people are getting burnt out on blues. I like to keep some really fun chord progressions in my back pocket. The rules for me, though, are no more than 4 chords, and it stays on the chords for a while, because that gives people a chance to layer and find their place. If there's a singer in the room, be it you or somebody else, that does change the jam dramatically, because then you could present more songs and have fun doing sing-along type stuff, but that's kind of a whole separate video. This is for that situation where nobody's comfortable singing, but you want to jam. I'm on a real tear here lately with really encouraging y'all to get out of the house and play with other people. It's the best way to get better at this instrument, to really know what you know, because there's playing at home and then there's playing with other people. And I can tell you for myself, I feel like 50% of the chops that I have at home are gone when I play with other people. Flip side is, the most fun I've ever had in my life is jamming with my goofy musician friends. Period. Thanks so much to everybody who supports me in all the ways that you do. Like, subscribe, share. That stuff costs you nothing, and that absolutely helps YouTubers out. One more time, how my business works. Patreon is where there's backing tracks, charts, live Q&As, and all sorts of other stuff. I'm updating that every week. And my deep dive courses. Again, if you enjoyed this video, I think the course that goes along with it best, Next Level Rhythm. Next Level Rhythm, that's where it's at. You groove the simple thing, and then you start layering it out just a little bit. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. Party on, Wayne.